welcome to the 2014 update of the greenhouse. I basically commenced the plant out in August the 31st, so the tomatoes went in. I'll go through and give you a quick look at the brands. One or two don't like the nitrogen, but I'm playing around at the moment with a few different types of nutrient mixtures. Here's some of the stats. So what I do here is basically 70 grams of the nitrogen mix and 60 grams of the calcium nitrate. My set pHs. I've been playing around a little bit because I've got multiple plants in multiple systems. I'm running slightly lower concentrations so that everything grows appropriately. Here at the current moment, this used to be the strawberry setup, and at the moment I've got laterals from Brandywine, Mortgage Lifter, and some cucumbers and basil growing in there. The tomato plants will be given away in the next fortnight, and the cucumbers then grow up the wall and roof of the greenhouse. Just a small experiment. I had a really big direct water culture set up outside, and the cows seemed to like it, so this was only put in here yesterday, and as you can see I have to give them a little bit of a misting because I have the water level slightly lower than the cups, and we'll just test and see how the kale comes out. I planted curly leaf lettuce this year. I feel that they're less prone to disease, so I've got them in the bottom row, and I've got some lilium flowers above that I was going to give to the wife, but they're kind of not ready yet. Blueberries, they've had to come inside. The birds were demolishing them, and basically I ran the same lettuce nutrient in the blueberries basically through winter, and yeah, didn't have a problem. Alright, tomatoes. Little bit too much nitrogen. I went away on leave and went interstate and couldn't stay here to manage the tomatoes too well. I've got various types throughout the greenhouse and outside, and I'll have a quick explain. So here's a Hungarian heart. Obviously nitrogen caused the flower stem to go right up with leaves. I've since chopped the leaves off. I do have what I thought is some form of mega bloom, which I'll leave, and currently I've decided to run double stem so that I get more tomatoes. I've got a rainbow. Number 2 is a rainbow. I've never tried it, it's just an experiment. Brandywine, so as you can see it's going to go quite well. Pineapple. Mortgage Lifter, again I'm running 2 stems this year in order to get more tomatoes. And Avada orange, which is an oxheart orange, so it's all looking pretty well at the moment. Current temperature in here is about 24 degrees, so we'll go outside and have a look at the rest. Alright, here's my current strawberry tower that is also on the tomato setup. So as you can see, there are strawberries. The birds love it, so I currently hang the net over it at the moment. I did lose one side of the tower when I went away. I stopped the watering system, thought they'd be alright, but came back to find about 12 dead ones. So since then I replanted, and it's basically getting the same feed rate as the tomatoes. I'm only on 3 times a day, every 3 hours, and at the current moment, based on commercial data to increase yield, I have a microjet placed in all the buckets for better dispersion of the solution through the media. Alright, for an experiment this year I wanted to grow tomatoes through winter. So what I've got is 2 types of commercial rootstock, and have grafted the tomatoes onto the rootstock to check their yield and disease resistance. So here's a Masai, which is just I think I'm going to suggest it came from South Africa, but possibly it's a commercial breed of tomato, and that's grafted and that's taken. I have a Black Russian, which is just a normal tomato seed. I've got a Black Krim. Now, I had a lot of troubles grafting heirlooms onto rootstock. So before I left, I just grafted a few to see what happens, and these heirlooms took. I currently don't know 100% what the heirloom tomato is until it grows and fruits. So we'll see what happens, but I'm suggesting that this is probably a Kellogg's on commercial rootstock. This is a Carmelo, which is going quite well, also grafted on commercial rootstock. And 2 capsicums at the moment. I'll have a quick look over here. So here I've set up a strawberry direct water culture to coincide with any plants planted in the garden to see what occurs. This is a solar dryer. So I haven't really put much in here at the moment, just a few slices of apple to see what happens over the next day or two. But it generates a fair bit of heat. I'll give you a little look. And that's it. So we'll see what happens there. And there's the heat sink down the bottom. And that pretty much sums it up. We'll see what happens over the next few weeks as the plants come to size and you know how good everything grows. But what I'm hoping this year is a nutrient of around EC 2.2 in basically 2 of the systems to grow multiple varieties, and yet I don't have to push commercially for time frame and yield. So it wouldn't matter to me whether the tomatoes come in 7 weeks versus 6 or 8, etc. So yeah, current moment I'm quite pleased. All growing well, and we'll see how all the pollination goes and everything else. Alright gents, I hope this helps. See you later.